What's up, everybody? We gather here today. We have me and Zach. We have an announcement to make.
She's not pregnant.
Not pregnant. We have a new business venture happening really soon.
Started.
I mean, it's definitely already started. It's been a lot of work already.
Yes.
But this is the announcement for it. So, it is called Burnout Wars. And you want to tell them what Burnout Wars is, Zach?
Yeah, so Burnout Wars is a live event series that we're going to be traveling the country, bringing the shows to your doorstep. It's a burnout show with a good amount of money as a prize.
Yeah, so it's still a competition, but it doesn't have all the stiffy rules of some competitions, but it's going to be more organized than...
Organized chaos.
Organized chaos, that's a good word for it. It's not going to be street takeovers.
No street takeover
yeah,
and no drifting. It's kind of just a...
It's organized chaos.
It's a show for the spectators with a payout.
Yeah, so we definitely we want fire, we want people hitting walls.
Not hitting walls, we want you to pull against the wall and just send that bitch.
Tap the wall.
You can tap the wall.
We want it to be a good show for the spectators.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a show,
right?
Not a competition.
100%. But it is a competition because there's money and products that's at stake. But not only for the drivers, for the spectators too. Why don't you tell them how the idea kind of started, how it came about?
Oh, so as you know, we built Lacey's D150, the twin turbo truck. You did LS Fest twice without me.
With the Burnout contest,
With the Burnout contest. And it just started snowballing. And then we built the 58. We went to SEMA.
The 58 had a crazy reaction. I mean, we love it, but it seems like the internet loves it. Everybody loves it.
Everybody was asking about burnout trucks. And
it seemed like after SEMA, then everyone is like, I'm going to build a burnout truck, this and that. And it kind of sparked a wave, at least in our community from what we've seen. And we're like, why don't we make it where people can do that a little bit more?
Yeah, so I was driving home at 2 a.m. and I called Lacey. I'm like, listen, wake your ass up. We got some work to do. I got an idea. So we thought we'd go to these truck shows. There's a burnout pit at every truck show we go to. If not every, but most of them.
Yeah.
And it's always just chaos. There's
videographers. But not good chaos?
Not good. There's videographers out there chasing the cars around.
You can't do that.
There's no bleachers. It's not a show for the spectators. It's just a spot for people to go
tear stuff up a little bit, yeah.
So I thought, why don't we organize that, put on a show for everybody at the truck show so there's something to do instead of just standing around.
Because for us, what we're kind of getting burnt out on is just going to lifted truck shows and just looking at the same pretty trucks that we see at every show, which is fun for a little bit. It's got
about 10 years in.
Yeah, about 10 years in, we're kind of bored of it. So we're ready to shred some tires at these events. And basically, this is going to be an add-on for any event, really.
Yeah, for these events.
In the future.
So the good thing is it's going to bring more people to the events, which is going to help these events grow. It's going to give the kids a space to do burnouts inside the show in front of thousands of people instead of going to, Toys R Us and tearing up a parking lot like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, please don't do that. Because that's kind of been the detriment of a lot of these shows and the reason why some cities aren't going to let them have shows anymore. So
yeah, that's why we got ran out of Daytona. Don't go do it in front of 200 people. Come do it in front of 2,000 people who are going to get millions of views, and you got a chance to win some good money.
So we've got a pretty exciting partner on board for this.
We do. You might know him, Mr. Zachary from Hoonigan. After SEMA, we all became really close. I'm like, man, we need to bring him on board.
And I feel like it's the perfect storm because he's kind of got the West Coast vibe and the West Coast connections and just kind of in a different realm.
In a different realm.
A different realm of the industry than what we are. And he knows his shit when it comes to this.
He does his shit. He's good on mic. He's really good at marketing. He's just a good fit for us, and we get along with him.
Yeah.
And the dude's 30, he grew up 30 minutes from where we grew up.
That's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
And so we're all from Missouri. So he lives
within a 50-mile radius.
Yeah. So he lives in California now. We live in Texas, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm telling you, meant to be. So we're super excited for that. He's going to be on the mic mostly at the events because he's just good at it.
He's really good at it.
He's really good at it. We've all been working behind the scenes, getting this all together, and we're really excited. So we've got a couple companies that have already hopped on board, and one of those is Custom Offsets, and the other is Silencer Co. So I think they fit pretty well with what we've got going on. Who doesn't love burnouts, car parts, and guns?
So the cool thing is, custom offsets, great selection of tires and wheels. You're going to burn your tires down. You're going to have to buy new tires. So it made really good sense for them to jump on board. And then Silencer Co., 9 out of 10 truck people are gun people. Even if they don't spend time making gun content, every dude that's got a truck has a gun.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love a gun that's quiet?
I feel like the whole combination is just America.
Yeah, like loud trucks, quiet guns.
Yeah, that needs to be a t-shirt.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Silencer Co. came on board as the payout sponsor. Custom Offsets as the title sponsor.
So we're super thankful that they've kind of came in at ground zero with this and believed in us, which we already know that we're determined and that it's going to do great.
Oh, it's going to do good. There's no way it's not.
We're super thankful for them. Our first show is April 5th and 6th at Florida Truck Meet. We're going back to Florida finally.
So the cool thing about Florida is Trucks Gone Wild is going to be there. So you're going to have all the mega trucks. And then people in Florida just like to get down.
People in Florida, I mean, they're just rowdy. That's
like if I didn't live in Texas, it'd be Florida.
There couldn't be a more perfect place for the first show because people are just going to be ready to send it. And I think we're probably going to have a lot of like the lifted diesel dudes out there ripping. Yeah. Greg will be there.
Greg's coming.
Greg's coming.
He's going to burn the 12 valve down.
Hell yeah.
Lacey's truck will be done.
Yes.
The 58 will definitely be there.
Yep.
Maybe the smart car. You might all get to see the smart car for the first time.
There?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, did you? Well, we've never really announced that on YouTube.
We haven't. So
the Hayabusa Motors smart car we bought.
Supercharged Hayabusa. It makes like 450, 500 horsepower to the tire.
We bought like a year ago that no one really knows about. So that'll be pretty cool. Going to be a little burnout machine.
It's going to be terrifying.
It's going to be a ripper.
But the shows, we're going to do 2 classes. We're going to do like the bro show, which is more the open pit, the non-experienced guys that just want to go out and have fun. And also a chance to win decent money. Actually good money.
Good money. Like, we can't say just yet, but it's going to be a lot more money than we've
normal,
seen burnout contests in the
even
past.
drag race and stuff. Like, it's good money.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the bro show, and then we're going to have the pro show. So you're going to have to go on burnoutwars.com, fill out the paperwork, get entered. You also have to be registered at the show. So Florida Truck Meet, you need to go register your vehicle and then fill out the thing on burnoutwars.com to get in.
And so you will have to pay to get into the hosting show, but you don't have to pay to be a participant in Burnout Wars. But the registration will be, it's based right on the homepage of burnoutwars.com. You just click that, submit your info, some information about your build, some pictures of it, and then, like he said, we've got the open class and the pro class.
Because we're going to have to do some vetting, because at the end of the day, this is a spectator show. So we can't have John out there in his 89 Ford Ranger, one tire fire. Stock Ford Ranger.
Okay, stock vehicles, but don't attack the Ford Ranger.
No, I mean, Weston's Ford Ranger rips. But I'm saying,
stock vehicle.
You can't have a stock vehicle with an open diff out there just, if the energy level's here, you can't come in here.
Yeah.
So once the pace is set, like, that's where you got to be.
We got to have some cinders, so.
And then the pro class will be heavily vetted, handpicked, heavy hitters.
And a higher payout.
Way higher payout. But it's going to be like some heavy hitters that are there to put on a show for you guys.
For sure. And then all the spectators, we're basically going to be doing giveaways and everything during the shows too, and just keeping the energy level high. So we're excited about that. So the second event is Atlantic City Truck Meet, June 8th and 9th.
So the only...
In New Jersey.
Yes. The only thing with that show is it's only trucks. I'm talking to Mark, trying to, twist his arm a little bit to get
so these others cars.
The others cars and trucks, it doesn't matter. Mark's show is specifically a truck show.
That is what I like about just the burnout space, is it includes a little bit of everybody. It doesn't matter if you have gas or diesel, and in most cases doesn't matter if you're a car or a truck.
I'm trying to twist his arm, so Mark, when you're watching this.
Mark, can we enter some cars?
Only for the burnout pit.
Just for the burnout pit.
Yeah, so that one's going to be a cool show because it's on the water in Atlantic City. Like, it's a super cool event.
And apparently that's a huge spectator event already, so hopefully, we have
most of these shows, you're looking at 20 to 25,000 people per day.
That's going to be awesome.
That's a lot of people.
For sure. So then third, we've got Custom Offset's own event, and it is August 23rd through August 25th. And where is that?
That one's in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. So it's really great because we're already with these events hitting completely different areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do need to have one in Texas. We don't have one here yet.
We might be hosting one in Texas.
Maybe.
That's to be
There's a
determined.
couple maybes still in the works.
There's a
but
couple
we've got,
maybes. But so we've got those 3, and
Lifted Truck
then
Nationals.
Lifted Truck Nationals, September 6th through 8th, and that's in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Mhm.
Mid-America Outdoors. That's going to be a banger.
So there's a couple that are still up in the air, undetermined, but that's what we've got so far for banger events.
Yes.
We're starting big.
Absolutely. I'm going to send the 58 to the moon.
So we really hope that, any of you guys watching this can come join us for one of these events, whether that's registering your vehicle and coming out to send it with us, or just as a spectator. And we're also going to be live streaming it. And of course, you already know we're going to give you some banger content for every single event.
Oh, absolutely.
So Burnout Wars will have its own YouTube, its own Instagram, its own TikTok, its own Facebook. So y'all go follow all of those, because there's going to be some awesome content coming your way. Non-stop burnouts.
Also, when you go to register, to get some little extra credit points, post a video of you doing a banger burnout in your truck and tag Burnout Wars and hashtag Burnout Wars so we can see it.
Definitely do that.
On private property, of course. Can't be doing that non-private property.
Yeah.
Little winky now.
Make it legal, okay?
Yeah, legal burnouts.
Legal organized chaos. So, like we said, you can expect to see the 58 out there ripping, of course.
My motor's at Texas Speed right now. We just went through it, made sure everything was good, because I did beat on it pretty
And it's
damn
still
hard.
good.
It was still good. They were very shocked. They're like, these cylinder walls are the straightest cylinder walls we've seen on a motor we've taken apart. Texas Speed's also building Lacey a 427 banger.
I'm so stoked. And this one will actually hold together, unlike my little...
Yeah, because they're putting a blower on it.
Unlike my little LS
Little
junk
teaser.
motors, Yeah, little teaser. I'm getting rid of the turbos.
And we're going blower.
Because I thought initially I wanted to do a lot of drag racing with it. We're going straight burnout truck.
You can't beat the sound and the instant power of a blower.
You can't. And it just is the best to put on a show.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm doing.
So we got Lacey's truck getting the blower motor, smart car. It's going to be sequential shifter, turbo Hayabusa, 14,000 RPMs. That thing's going to be a ripper.
Hell yeah. Are we going to bring any of our diesels out to these events?
We
Possibly.
We could probably bring one or two.
Maybe.
We did pick JC up a car.
Yes.
You guys have
haven't
to watch
seen
the
that
next
yet.
YouTube for that one. Give you a little
Yeah.
hint. It's a Mercedes. That's all you get.
It is pretty sick.
We're going to put the twin turbos off of Lacey's truck in the Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get Zach to bring his Blazer out.
He said he might. We need to just have him come store it here,
And that way we can just take it to
and
the
we
events.
can just take it to the events.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zach, bring that rowdy Blazer.
The old K5.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's see. Who do we know so far that we're gonna have out at the events? Weston's gonna come rep with us.
Weston's going to come
Jesse and
in.
Stacy
Jesse and
with Jesse's
Stacy.
Performance.
Greg.
Greg.
Greg's actually here right now.
He is. I know Zach's dying to get this over with
I
so
haven't got
that he
to
can
see
go
him since
hang
he
out
got
with
here. He got here
Greg.
about midnight last night. It's been 12
I'm
hours.
gonna get him on. We gotta have Greg on an updated podcast, so that's
Yes.
what I'm gonna tell him, that if he wants to hang out with Zach, he has to do an episode of the podcast real quick. Maybe not real quick, but
Yeah. Yeah, so there'll be some bangers.
yeah. And like I said, we already know so many people that after SEMA were like, we gotta build a burnout car. So
So get your asses to work.
yes, you've got
plenty of time. It's like February. You got till, what, April?
like a month and a half.
That's plenty of time.
So build those rippers.